truth of the word and reaching the youth. Saving souls of the old, doing God's work with more to do. And he turning up every week and get lit. Making it church on Sunday, you can tune in and get your fix. Turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up. It's that weekly turn up, turn up, turn up.
Identity is key to function. When you know who you are. See, some people think that what I do tells me who I am. But actually, who you are should respond and cause you to do what you're supposed to do. There are some places that you shouldn't go simply because of who you are. There are some things that you shouldn't do simply because of who you are. And so what God is trying to do, he's trying to get you to understand who you are in him. You got to understand that, watch this, before you receive the inheritance. This is why the enemy wants to attack you with an identity crisis. Because if he can get you confused about who you are, then you have no idea the authority that you have to be. Because you really don't know, and you come to church, and you run, and you jump, and you shout, because that's what you're supposed to do. And then you leave here and the enemy jumps all over you and you don't understand why. And you forgot everything that the preacher said because you did, but you didn't become. And nothing is going to change until you become what God has called you to be. He's sitting at the table because he don't want nobody to see. I got problems. But oh, if I could speak to Mephibosheth. I would tell him, look, Mephibosheth, accidentally drop your fork. Because when you drop your fork and look under the table, you will discover that everybody else got problems just like you. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that you ain't the only one got problems. I know other folks sitting on your row and you may think everything is good in their life. But I've come to tell you, but they got problems just like you. But God says, I'm going to keep your seat vacant until you make up in your mind to occupy. I want to occupy, preacher, but I've been dropped. And the truth be told, I didn't even tell my own spouse how being dropped hurt me. I've been hiding it from people because I'm sitting at the table, but I still got issues. I'm sitting at the table, but I still got something that I want God to fix. And I'm on assignment this morning to tell you that your issue don't disqualify you. You still are royalty. You're royalty not because of your condition, but you're royalty because of your father. He got that position because of who his father was. No matter what happened with him, his father paid the price for him to have that position. And I want you to know that when Jesus hung on that cross, he paid the price for your condition. He paid the price for your issues. He paid the price for your hang-up. You still are royalty. In this season, anything and anybody that wants to go, let them go. Don't tie nobody down. Don't try to make nobody stay. I'm talking to somebody right here. Anybody that feels that you're not enough, I need you to say a benediction. May the Lord watch over thee and I while we're absent, one from another. And I need you to move on. Why? Because God is purging some stuff. God is purging some people. He's purging some places. God is changing some jobs. He's changing some positions. Why? Because he's trying to get you to the place of promise that he has for you. God wants you to know his will. Because when you know his will, you will understand your position. And when you understand your position, you will discover your purpose. And when you discover your purpose, you will step into your place and you will occupy it. You won't occupy it until you know your purpose. You won't know your purpose until you understand your position. And you won't know your position until you know his will. And that's why God is trying to speak to you about his will for your life. So y'all, somebody got to get this word. Somebody got to get to it. And the reason is difficult. See, we don't do this kind of teaching. We don't do this kind of teaching. And this is why people don't know who they are. When you were born and you came here, you are a word from the word. See, you're looking at me in that tone of voice because you don't know you are a word from the word. You are not a mistake. When God wants to get something to you, he downloads it in his people to give to you. There's no difference. Just because I'm the pastor and I'm standing in the front don't mean I'm the only one with a word. And this is what you have to be freed from. The person with the title and the position in the parking space is not the only one with the word. There is a word inside of you. The word that I send out from my mouth can't return to me until it accomplishes what I sent it there to do. Don't y'all understand what I'm saying? The reason, come here. The reason you're still here is not because you were any better than anyone else. The reason you didn't die is because God was still speaking through you. He's still speaking through you. He's still using you to declare his word.
Pastor Luke, speaking the truth of the word.